Okay, thank you guys for being here. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about emotional intelligence and how it applies to our roles in the workplace environment, in particular leadership and management roles. In chapter 11 of our management class, we learned about the 5 big personality dimensions, and for your review, those were extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, emotional stability, and openness to experience. So, basically that's just explaining your personality traits and how you relate to other people and how you handle stressors and your openness to new experiences and new ideas. These traits help determine if you're going to be a good fit for a leadership or a management role specifically. Over time, these things can be taught and learned. It's not a huge ordeal if you don't already have those skills. So emotional intelligence specifically relates to your emotional stability. And emotional intelligence, or EQ, is your emotional quotient. And that is how you feel your emotions, express your emotions, move through them, and go about your day. This is directly related to a person's upward mobility within your career. It's perhaps not discussed as much as your technical skills in your job at a review, but like other soft skills, they're really important. And you all have been around people, I'm sure, who have outbursts and who are really inappropriate and yell at other people, like these people are doing right now. People with a low EQ are very combative. They are inappropriate at times. They don't understand other people's feelings or how their actions relate to how other people are feeling. They can be sullen and lackadaisical, and they allow other people to manage the workload without much care to their input. People with a high EQ have a curiosity about themselves and an openness to want to learn more about themselves and other people. They can tolerate stress. They are even-tempered. They're cooperative. They work really well with other people and are generally liked by other people. Most importantly, in a management setting, they're able to receive feedback. Hopefully it's constructive, but even if it wasn't, they're able to receive it without having a large emotional reaction or outburst. And like I said in the last slide, people with a high EQ are able to read the room. They understand when it's appropriate to offer feedback or ask questions, and they understand how other people are feeling in regards to their actions and their behavior. They are independent, eager to learn, open to new ideas, and they are resilient. They can go with the flow, and they are able to handle the stress of life and the ups and downs that come with it. So the good news is that your EQ can be raised or improved. This is definitely a learned skill. People learn it growing up. They learn by the examples set for them by the adults in their lives. But I don't think that I always had the best EQ. But I do have a willingness to learn and an interest in self-improvement. And so in learning about myself and being open-minded about myself, I started learning about how I react to things and how I feel. So recently I read an article and some suggestions were offered on how to raise your EQ. And those suggestions are, first of all, to notice your thoughts and feelings without assigning judgment. Just noticing how you feel, being curious about that, and moving on. That's it. The next step was become an observer. Step back from a situation or a conversation that you're engaged in and almost be a third person and observe your interaction, so to speak, with that person. The third suggestion is to pay attention to the feelings and behaviors of other people around you. You may ask yourself if someone is having an outburst or acting very aggressive, or their tone is rude. Instead of assigning blame to yourself or thinking you did something to cause that behavior, a better question is to wonder why. I wonder why that person is feeling the way they are. I wonder why they are having the reaction or the behavior that they're displaying. And the fourth suggestion was to develop an interest in learning and self-growth, which hopefully you all have. And maybe I've sparked an interest in this topic for you today. Thank you.